The Tao of Self-Confidence, Episode 127.
Welcome to the Tao of Self-Confidence, where I share stories of real women producing extraordinary results by finding their inner journey to self-confidence 5 days a week. Get your free audiobook at our website at thetaoofselfconfidence.com. Well, hello friend. Welcome to the Tao of Self-Confidence, where I share stories of amazing women who have discovered their inner journey to self-confidence. I'm your host today, Sheena Yap Chan. And today I have a special lady on today. She is from New Jersey. She is a mental health advocate, writer, and she has her own web show. And, she's here today to share her story on self-confidence, share her journey with us. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce you to Lynette Davis. Lynette, how are you doing today? Maybe you can fill in a little bit more about yourself to our listeners.
Sure, and thank you so much for the warm welcome. Hi, everybody. As Sheena already said, I'm a mental health advocate, writer, and I do a web show, usually recording via YouTube or Blab, which is a new platform, which when I do the Blab shows, they go to YouTube. I got into that based off of previously working in the field of substance abuse. I was an addictions counselor assistant working in the inner city of New Jersey, in a town called Camden. And I eventually wind up starting my own business to help mental health professionals consistently market their private practices. And in the process of doing that, wanting to get more in touch with the grassroots side of things. So I became an advocate in addition to helping other mental health professionals market their businesses and nonprofits.
Awesome. Well, thanks for sharing that. And what's your cultural background?
Sure. Mine is pretty easy. I am African American.
Awesome. Well, thanks for sharing that. And, Lynette, what would be your favorite self-confidence quote?
I started to actually say that famous Marianne Williamson quote from her book, A Return to Love. But I wanted to switch it up today. So I would say that in this case, my favorite quote is, "You can be the most beautiful person in the world, and everybody sees light and rainbows when they look at you. But if you yourself don't know it, all of that doesn't even matter. Every second that you spend on doubting your worth, every moment that you use to criticize yourself is a second of your life wasted, is a moment of your life thrown away. It's not like you have forever. So don't waste any of your seconds. Don't throw away even one of your moments." And that's by C. Joy Bell C. And I might have said it a little backwards at the end, but yeah, I really, really love that quote.
Awesome. And that's a great quote, because, a lot of us doubt who we are, right? We doubt our abilities or capabilities to do something great. And, we have it all inside us. It's just, we got to go out there and just do it, right? And don't be, not be afraid of what other people think. So great quote. And, how would you define self-confidence?
I would say self-confidence is when you stop sitting in the passenger seat of your own life and you decide to get on the driver's side, take the wheel, and drive it for yourself. I think so many of us sit back and just wait for life to happen or hope that somebody else will do what they need to do to control it so that we don't have to be responsible for our own actions and decisions. So I think when you decide that you're going to drive your car on this road called life, that's how I define self-confidence.
And I love that analogy you have, take the wheel and drive, because it's true, right? We all just are waiting for like a savior, right? I was guilty of it, just always hoping for something better when really all it takes is just us taking action, just going out there and doing our thing and inspiring others at the same time. So great definition, great analogy. And what was your life like before your discovery of self-confidence?
Well, I think it's funny that you said something about a savior, because honestly, I felt if I can put it as like a picture, I felt as though I was like standing in the middle of a busy intersection, the kind where like you'll see on something like Sex and the City, and like it's just this long walkway and thousands and hundreds of people are just walking, busy, busy, busy. And you're just standing in the middle of it, holding up a sign, hoping that somebody would read it. And that sign says, save me, see me, look at me. And every once in a while, you get picked up by people who like to take in what I call lost souls, or, you know, people who went by the wayside, or lost pups. Only to find that you've masked yourself, hoping to fit in to what you think is their idea. And that's pretty much how my life was, wearing a mask, hoping somebody would save me, and still, you know, once being picked up, still not being myself out of fear that they'll leave me again.
Awesome. And I think we all feel that way. Well, it's not awesome, but I mean, you know, it's something that we all deal with, right? We want to be saved because, I don't know, society always thinks we need a savior, you know, when really it's really just all within us to just go out there and do it. And when we can, you know, show people that you need to learn how to take control of your life, go out there and take action and just do whatever it takes, you know, more and more people will be responsible for themselves and just go out there and do it regardless of the results. So, you know, what was that part in your life when you realized yourself, like, it's, you know, I just need to take the wheel and drive it, right? Versus just being in the passenger seat.
Sure. So there have been many for me, honestly, because I'm always working on this, you know, this having self-confidence, which, you know, I feel like is a part of having self-love, this living, this learning. It's all an ongoing journey. So there have been many aha moments, you know, in my life. But I guess the one that really got my juice boiling was I took on a mentor, and I think I was blubbering to her about a recent breakup with a boyfriend. And I'm sniffling and snotting, you know, to her. And why wasn't he just the one? You know, and she asked me, you know, Lynette or Lynn, are you the one? And, you know, in my head, I was like, yeah, I'm the one. I am Neo from the Matrix over here. And Bruce Leroy dodging bullets with my teeth. Like, yes, I am the one. And, you know, I was kind of upset, actually, that she asked me that. But it was at that moment that I took time to go digest what she said. And I realized, oh, my God, no, I wasn't. I was waiting for somebody else to see me, to notice me, to help me believe in myself. And that was a pivotal moment for me. It was a wake-up call for me to go, man, I'm going to need you to like you first. You can't expect people to do and be things when you don't have it yourself, you know, and you won't be able to give it back in return if you don't have it.
Awesome. Well, thanks for sharing that. And I think we all go through that, right? Like breakups, we cry about it and you know, think, why? What's wrong with me? When it, you know, sometimes things just happen for a reason and they're in your life as a lesson, right? Whether it's to become stronger, to, you know, find a new path, you know, everything. I always believe everything happens for a reason. So after that big realization, I mean, what's your life like now?
A roller coaster, honestly. I think that life is, you know, kind of a roller coaster as well. You know, gosh, I make a lot of analogies, but for once in my life, I'm actually starting to enjoy the ride. And I think that's what's important, that you know that life is going to have ups and downs. We spend our life trying to avoid that, but in the process of doing that, we're hiding ourselves. We're not being authentic, trying to protect ourselves from the things that make life what they are. So now my life is more, as they say, you know, you grab the bull, grab his horns and just ride.
Love it. And I like how you said, you know, even though life is a roller coaster, which is a roller coaster for all of us, you're enjoying the ride. And people forget to just enjoy the journey or enjoy the ride, be at that present moment, you know, what it feels like, right? So I really love that you mentioned that. And Lynette, to the woman who's listening to your episode, she may be on her own journey to self-confidence. What would be that one tip you would give to her?
I would say that, you know, sometimes it seems some people are just equipped with a lot of things. And sometimes, especially we as women, we look at other people and we compare. And we let that comparison stop us or make us pause for much too long, thinking that we can never measure up. So what I want to say is, if you think that you don't have self-confidence, then know that it's something that's learned. And you don't have to be discouraged if you don't feel that you have any yourself to make big changes in your life. You know, sometimes small wins, one day at a time, can totally catapult you and make really big head waves. And you can look back and go, whoa, like, was that me? Did I say that? Did I do that? And you get to be proud of you. You get to astonish yourself. And I think that's what matters.
I love it. And it's a great tip. And yet, you know, women are guilty of comparing themselves to others. I know I am. And it also paused me for the longest time. Right. And I think the message too that we need to tell women or men, whoever's listening, to just know that you are enough. Right. You have it inside you to do the things that you want. And those 3 words are really just powerful, right? Just knowing that you are enough. So thanks for sharing that. And, you know, if our listeners want to, you know, connect with you and what you do and get to know a little bit more about you in general, is there any links or social media profiles we can connect with?
Sure, absolutely. Well, for social media, by all means, you can connect with me via at Lynn D Davis. So I'll spell that as LYNN and then double D Davis. And then I would say they can definitely check out my website, loveselflovebiz.com, to find out more about me, and as well as, you know, other amazing women and cool men too, who are on their own journey to developing the Tao of self-confidence.
Awesome. Well, thanks for sharing that. And to our listeners, if you want to connect with Lynette, you can also head on over to the taoofselfconfidence.com and search for Lynette's name. Her show notes will pop up along with everything else we talked about. And, you know, I just really want to thank Lynette for taking the time to share her story with us. So thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure.
Well, it's an honor to have you on. So thank you. And to our listeners, be on the lookout for another new amazing episode of another amazing woman's journey to self-confidence. And we'll talk to you soon. Bye. Thank you for joining us at the Tao of Self-Confidence. Head over to the taoofselfconfidence.com for full recaps of every show, our amazing blog articles and resources, and just plain fun. Your inner journey to self-confidence awaits, so start today.